video, we're going to be talking about the story of the cell theory. So the cell theory is made of three principles dating back 265 years ago. So the first principle is that all organisms are made up of one or more cells. Unicellular is indicating to one cell, and more than one cell is indicating to multicellular. So that is principle number one. Principle number two is all cells come from pre-existing cells. So let's say there's a cell that's about to die. Before it dies, it splits its body into two other cells. So these cells can still be alive. And principle number three, cells provide the structure and function to all living things. Cells, also known as cells, are the basic unit of life. Those are the three principles, but scientists introduced a fourth principle now. And the fourth principle is that all cells must contain a DNA. Without a DNA, it's not called a cell. So now let's go to the story of the cell theory, which was approximately 265 years ago. So first we start with in 1663, Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke built his own microscope to learn about nature and studied the bark of cork trees. But when he was studying cork trees, with his microscope, he looked a little bit more deeper and saw these tiny little things in the cork trees. They were really tiny, and they were all bundled up together. He felt like they were tiny rooms like an apartment, and he called them cells. If we go a little bit more years, we go in 1674. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. So Anton van Leeuwenhoek was the first person to actually observe living cells through a microscope. He also built his own microscope and started to look in the pond water and people's teeth. And he saw bacteria. And he called his bacteria animalcules because they looked like tiny little animals. Then, dating back into 1838, Matthew Sleeden told everyone that all plants are made out of cells. And then in 1839, Theodor Swan said that all animals are made out of cells. And one fact, these two scientists both were in Germany when they were doing this research. One scientist said that cells come from pre-existing cells. Another scientist said that cells just randomly spawn on. But they couldn't find out who was correct or who was wrong. So, in 1855, Rudolf Virchow was sided with one of the scientists saying that all cells come from pre-existing cells. That is the story of the cell theory.